What's up, SquidGrow family? Just going to let Shib, Toshi, and R-Dub join us, and we will be right with you. Make sure you like and share this space. Let's get this thing circulating properly.
Oh,
Hey, man.
what's going on?
Just watching the audience join pretty quick, man. The SquidGrow army is hyped right now. I was enjoying that Telegram chat.
That's right.
All right, I sent Dub a chat.
All
Mic
right.
check for Dub.
Yo, yo, how you going?
It's going. Still waiting on the Ultimo guys to jump on here.
Oh,
Here we
yeah.
go. There we go. We got one right now. Welcome, y'all. How's it going?
It's going good. How you doing, Shib?
I'm doing all right, man. Thank you for joining us on this space. It's a first for us, so it's you know, very exciting times.
Yeah, most definitely, most definitely. This is definitely something we have been in talks with and about for a little while, and Ultimo is very excited that we have been able to put this together with you, man.
Agreed, man. It's been a long time in the making, and very exciting times for us. For those of you that do not know, this is DS. He is the CEO of Ultimo, um, and we're going to do a joint space today, so we can properly explain the benefits of Ultimo to everybody listening.
Yeah, absolutely. First off, I want to say to the SquidGrow community, thank you for welcoming us like you did. I was watching the channel as Shib posted, and it is pretty epic, because just like Shibtoshi, Ultimo is the same way. We don't partner with just anybody. To be honest with you, um, we've been approached by many, many projects in the space, and we are very selective on who we partner with. 95% of the projects that we have been approached by are no longer here, so and picking the right partners is always a good thing. I can tell you after the long discussions that we've had with Shibtoshi, R-Dub, the team, this team and this community and this project is one of the most solid foundations in the space. It's literally a sleeping giant right now, waiting to explode. Very, very lucky that we were all introduced to a man like the leader that SquidGrow has, and the team behind it. Always wanting to do good for everybody. I mean, let's keep it factual, right? Shib doesn't need to be doing this. He doesn't need to be running a project, um, but he does it for the community because he wants to make many, many more Shibtoshis, right? So that is something that intrigues us at Ultimo is the fact that he's like-minded like us. He's here to help individuals in the space. He's here to watch people succeed. And that really drives us because we have the same mindset. That is why we created Ultimo, because we are here to help individuals as well. We are here to help individuals spend the money that they're able to earn within the crypto space in their day-to-day life and help their families pay their bills and things like that in a very private manner. So I just want to tell you, Shib, and to the SquidGrow team, we're very honored, man. Very honored that you chose us to be your off and on ramp.
Well, DS, it definitely goes both ways because you chose us as well. You know, it was a little process of getting to know one another. Obviously, we have done our research into one another, and there was very positive things said about you in the space. You are very similar to myself, very like-minded, very stand up, and you look out for the communities. And this has been demonstrated in several instances of um, you know, different projects that you um, were partnered with, and then you had discovered some things and kind of outed that team, and uh, just through, um, the kind heart that you have, you and the rest of the team made everybody whole. Now, forgive me if I kind of butchered that. I'm not uh, deeply familiar with the situation, but I do know that there was a situation where investors were taken advantage of. You stepped in and you made sure everybody was made whole. Am I correct on that?
You are, yeah. We were part of a not part of a project. I was an advisor on a project. There was a project that launched, and when we brought it, when we said that we'll start pushing this thing to people that we know. We wanted to make sure that there were securities in place that if anything did happen, we had control and were able to make sure that individuals, got their funds back. And as the project rolled on, we learned some things that weren't necessarily in place. Now, granted, the project would have been great if everything would have been in place, but we found out there were some things that weren't in place, and they ended up spending some of the money out of the wallet. And Ultimo decided to go ahead and donate the funds that were sent out of the wallet. We didn't have to, but we wanted to make sure that every investor that got into the project was made 100% whole. And that's just kind of the mentality that we have in the space is, helping individuals out and making sure that they're not losing their funds because we see it on a day-to-day basis in this space. So yeah, that's exactly what happened, man.
Amen to that. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump on. DS, if there's anybody else jumping up here from your side, just have them request and let us know, and we'll go ahead and bring them up.
Yeah, I don't know if Jez is on here yet, but Jez, if you're on, go ahead and request to speak. And I think that will be the other one, the only one. I think it's early morning for my other partner, and then we'll get going on what Ultimo is about and why we're a little bit different than other cards in the space. Let me see if Jez.
Okay, so let's wait to see if he's going to jump on, and then we'll go ahead and kick it off.
Yeah, for sure. Let me see. See if I can find him. All right, we can go ahead. If he requests while we're up here, we can go ahead. He's definitely not the techie kind of guy, so he might be having difficulties finding us.
Understood. Well, I'm just waking up myself. Actually, I just rolled out of bed a couple minutes before we dropped the announcement. It was an extremely late night setting up some of the things that we have in the pipe works. But without any more further ado, hang on one second. We have a request. There's Jazz. Here we go. Bringing him up. How's it going, my friend?
Jedi, you there?
DS. Yep, that's him, correct?
Yeah, that's him.
How you doing?
Hey, how's it going?
I'm very.
Before we get going, would you be happy to introduce yourself to everybody on our side so everybody's a little more familiar? We know who DS is.
Yeah, I'm Jez Jedi. I'm one of the founders of Ultimo, along with DS and some other guys. Very pleased to be here. Thank you very much, Shib and AirDub, for everything. Great community. Very thankful for the welcome they've given us. And as DS said earlier, we're very much like-minded in our ideals in this space, aligned with you and AirDub and your community. We want the best for everyone, and we want people to be able to enjoy crypto and be safe in crypto, and also to be able to have ease to be able to enjoy their using their gains in their everyday life. So that's basically what Ultimo intends to bring to the space, and people that are using us are very happy, and just a fantastic product. I believe everybody in crypto eventually is going to need us, and it's just it means so much to be able to bring something of such value to everybody. And again, just a great thanks to the community for accepting us, and thanks to you guys as well. Great to be here.
Perfect. All right. So with that said, SquidGrow family, let's go ahead and kick this off. Obviously, we're up here with Dane, Dub, DS, Jedi, and Troy's up here with us as well. So we are here today to announce officially SquidGrow's first official partnership. We are partnered with Ultimo. They are an on-ramp, off-ramp debit card service partnered with JDB Bank in Laos. I think this is a heavy-hitting utility that this space needs. And although there are other card services out there, Ultimo is very unique in a couple different ways, which I will allow the team to get into. This is a partnership that we have had an ongoing discussion on for some time. And we are kicking it off today. So this is the first signature reveal to the SquidGrow family. So let's go ahead and jump on into it. DS, can you please give the SquidGrow fam just a little bit about the ins and outs of Ultimo?
Yeah, absolutely. So, when we started this platform back in 2022, we started building the platform January of 2022, and we launched Ultimo on September 10th. Actually, we're almost 1 year old. September 10th will be our 1 year anniversary. And when we launched Ultimo, we didn't necessarily do any marketing. We kind of wanted to do the organic growth and bring people in an organic style, which brings in, because we come from kind of like the passive income side of crypto. There's different aspects to the crypto space. And so we're in, a lot of our people that have our cards right now are kind of in that passive income where they're earning on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. And they didn't really have ways to off-ramp their crypto other than going through like a third-party card, right? And when I say third-party card, I'm meaning like Crypto.com, these other card providers out there that you're not actually getting a bank account. And with Ultimo, you are actually getting an offshore bank account when you sign up with us. And it's a very, very, very unique service in the fact that you get that bank account. And it's something different, right? Because when we see these exchanges go down, most of the cards that are attached to them, even the third-party Visa cards that you see out there that are floating around, that are, different projects are bringing out, when those cards go down, you're going to lose your funds on those cards. We've seen it happen multiple times. And we wanted to give people a safe place to be able to, off-ramp their crypto and be able to use it in their day-to-day life, just like we said, but have a little bit more security and privacy at that, because we do truly believe that privacy, what you do with your funds should be between you and your bank. And you should not have to worry about a crypto exchange going down and you having funds on a card and having to worry about that. So we do provide, when you sign up with us, you're not just getting a Visa card that's with a third party. You are getting an actual offshore bank account as well. A lot of people ask about the KYC process. We do have a small KYC process, but it's very simple. The KYC process that we have, it's basically just asking for your name, your phone number, your email address, so we could send messages to you, and an address that you want the card shipped to. And that is just for the bank's purposes only. They do not share none of that information with anybody. They are in a country that is not part of the CRS. So again, it is a very private service, and it's a little bit different than what's out there. And we've had, we got a lot of users right now. I think currently we're about 3,000 cards in circulation, maybe a little bit more. And like I said, we've done all this in an organic manner. We have not done any marketing. We do have a marketing company that works for us, but they're just kind of posting stuff on socials. We don't really push that because we've been kind of like a boutique service. And we were never really going to partner with meme coins as such. But SquidGrow is completely different. Even though it has a meme aspect to it, you guys have a lot of things coming down the road. It's definitely very exciting to be a part of this. So Ultimo is here to provide the service as far as the bank accounts. Now, we don't have no limits to our cards either. When I say no limits, meaning that you can go to an ATM, not just one ATM. You're obviously going to have to go to multiple ATMs, but you can withdraw $25,000 a day in cash out of ATMs. Somebody asked
And
me,
I can verify this, and so can Dub, as we thoroughly tested this service before we, decided to engage in this partnership. And I can attest to that. You can easily get out $20,000 cash from ATMs a day,
Yeah, you
which is
definitely
pretty
can.
incredible.
yeah, absolutely. Somebody asked me the other day. They said, how much money can I deposit onto the card at one time? And that's the other thing that sets us apart from other card providers out there is, they limit you to how much money you can spend in a month. They limit you to how much money you can spend in a day, and those types of things. And we don't feel that is right. It's your funds, it's your earnings. You should be able to spend it. You should be able to use it. You should be able to take your family on trips, whatever it might be. You should be able to have access to that funds. Nobody should be able to limit you to the money that you're able to, get out. And so, I had somebody ask me the other day, how much money can I put on the card? And I asked them, are you a billionaire? And that was basically my answer to them, because that's the truth. If you have $1 million or $1 billion, you can put it on this card and you can spend it how you wish, how you please. The card cost is $600. But that's not, like I said, you're not just getting a card. You're actually getting a bank account. And if anybody's ever signed up for an offshore bank account, it is way more difficult to do than what we are asking at Ultimo. And you are going to have to provide a lot of information, and you're going to have to provide a lot of big dollars to be able to do so. Offshore banking is something that is not, it's been around for years. It's just the big businessmen and women have been using it, and it hasn't been brought to the average individuals like us. And that's what we wanted to do, because we wanted to bring something that, the big people have been using and incorporate it into crypto and give everybody else the opportunity to use it as well. So again, the card cost is $600 up front. When you get your card, $150 of that $600 comes preloaded on the card for you. So you don't have to load the card right away to be able to use it. You can activate it and go use it. So you're actually paying $450 for the card. There is a 2.5% off-ramp fee. When you convert your crypto to US dollars, that 2.5% off-ramp fee goes into effect. And that is, again, a minimal fee for the service that is being provided, as well as a 0.75% international fee that the bank charges for transactions. But again, for the service that's being provided, that is minimal. There is a 1 year, a $50 yearly maintenance fee, with the first year being waived on that. Also, we have a referral program that is set up in our platform that once you get your card, You will have a referral link, and you can send that link out to your friends, and you can earn $50 for everybody that signs up and purchases a card through Ultimo.
Epic. All right. So with that being said, Jedi, you have anything that you'd like to add to that?
Well, yeah, what you're waiting for. No, just it's basically it's that easy. And also, I will say this: if anybody who does sign up, if you're stuck, just get in touch with us or DM me direct, and I'll walk you through the actual process of loading your card the first time in DMs, and then that way you'll have a record of how it's done. But it's really quite simple. But once you've done it a couple of times, it becomes second nature. And me and DS, we're always around. We like to help people as much as we can. So, don't be afraid to reach out to us and ask questions. If you're, anything, we're here to help. And that's what we try and do. We try and be all embracing with everybody who comes into our channel. The channel is private, so we don't tend to get too many bad people in there, and just try and keep it a great place to be. So, yeah, don't be afraid to approach us.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's one thing that we do is we're very personable individuals. We don't have a lot of no mods that work for us. It's the founders that are working the channels. And that is because we want to build that relationship with our customers that come through. When you come in and you ask a question, somebody will get back to you. Again, we handle all those requests ourselves. In the channel, we also have support online through our website as well. But in TG, when people reach out to us, we're the ones that are handling that. We don't send you to a mod. We don't tell you to read the pin messages. None of that stuff. We have some great community members, Peachy, Booty, Greg. Everybody in our community is really fantastic, and they'll help you out. Coconut Crypto, all those individuals, they'll answer questions as well. When we first started this platform, like I said, we kind of did it in an organic way, and we didn't let even anybody know that we were building the platform. We launched on September 10th, and 2 days prior to us launching, we brought people into the channel, hand selected, brought them into the channel, and the platform was ready to go. And even the closest friends that we hang out with in the space, we never told them what it was. And like I said, Peachy, Booty, all these guys, they've been with us from the beginning, and they're good. So if you see them in the channel, there to help you out, then don't hesitate. But you can go into our channel and see who the admin list is in the AMA channel. It is private, like Jedi said, and it's been private since day one. The only way to get to our channel is if somebody sends a link to you, or you go through the website and click on the link at the bottom of the website. That's the only way, and it helps us prevent, getting people in. Obviously, sometimes people find their way in, and we ban them right away. But we like to keep it kind of quiet in there, strictly business, and it's been working out well. We don't have plans right now to open it up to the public because, like I said, we are kind of like a boutique style card solution, and it's going to stay that way for a little while. But as people hear about us, like I said, we've been growing on a regular basis. We're selling about 400 cards a month right now, and it's just growing and growing. We can definitely see in the space when the market is good and when the market is bad, as far as sales and things like that go. But we're always here to help everybody. And Jedi told me before that I'm going to kill myself trying to do that, but it's just me, and it's just how he is. He said the same thing about himself, and that's just who we are and what we do. It's a phenomenal service, like I said. We've really enjoyed, because I was one of those people. I was actually one of the individuals when we started this platform that really never off-ramped my gains in the space because I didn't feel comfortable in doing so. And there's many of our users that have our card that were the same way. And now they're able to actually prove to their, significant other, their better half, that they're not just playing with Monopoly money, that they are actually able to spend the digital currency that they're online messing around with all the time. So not only have we changed lives in the fact that they can pay their bills, we've saved some marriages, I believe. You know? So, and I mean, I've been an investor in SquidGrow for some time. Same with Jedi. So don't think that we're not coming into this thing as not being holders of this token, because we definitely are holders of this token. And like I told Shib before, this is probably one of the only tokens of this style that I've actually promoted in our DAO. We do have a DAO channel as well, and those are for some of the individuals that have been there with us from the beginning. And this is probably one of the only tokens that I've actually promoted in there of this style, because as I said, most of us come from the passive income side, where we're investing money and then getting paid out on a daily, weekly, monthly basis in that aspect. But this is a project that I really believe in, like I said, and we're very selective when it comes to partnerships. And I think that this partnership right here, I'm actually very excited about it, more than I think people understand, even on my own team, because I think it's going to be very, very fun. I think that we needed to step into this space. We needed to step into the other side of crypto, and what better project to do it with than SquidGrow? I even told Shib, on one of our calls that we were on, that I've told people that, I've told my team that this is the only project, probably of this style, that I would partner with, because again, we are very selective. So I'm very honored to be a part of this, and I know my community, it's kind of quiet over there right now today. I know it's Friday, but as people catch wind, the ones that are already over there, they're already excited about it as well. So this is awesome, Shib.
Hey DS, so real quick, I'm just browsing our chat and I just saw a question by Hyper Bullish. He asked, "What happens to the KYC data?"
Sorry, my phone. So the KYC data is sent to the bank, and that is them basically just verifying that you're a real person. They do not want, when you go into our platform and you fill out the information, you are actually filling out an actual bank form. And that stuff goes straight to them. And again, they're just asking for your name, a selfie of you holding your identification, because they want to make sure that you're a real person. You got to remember that we are opening bank accounts. And they can't just be opening bank accounts to some guy that's sitting in a basement. And basically, the only thing that they're looking for on the KYC is that your name matches the identification. That's it. You're not providing no tax ID numbers. You're not providing any of those types of things. You are only providing your name, address, and the address doesn't even need to match your ID. So say you want to sign up and you want to put your friend's address on there to have the card shipped there, you can do that. It does not need to match your identification. They're just really looking for your name to match the identification. So that stuff all goes to the bank. They handle all the KYC, and basically, once that KYC is approved, which takes a couple days, sometimes quicker. I mean, I've seen them happen in 8 minutes, just depending on the bank if it's open. We got to remember the time zones and those types of things. Like right now, it's 5 o'clock on a Friday for me, and it's about 6 a.m. for them on a Saturday morning. So they do handle those things. When you do load your cards with us, because it is going into a bank account, they load the cards when they open. So say, for instance, like if I was going to load my card, I would do it right now. And in about 2 hours at 7, because I'm in California, at 7 p.m. PST, my time, they would open up and they would start loading cards, loading the money into your bank account. So how it works is you send your USDT or your USDC or your Bitcoin to our platform. You then sell that token for US dollars. You hit the load button, and that load pins. And then once the bank grabs it on the other side, they will put it into your bank account. When you do get a card with us, you actually get access after you get your card. You actually get access to the bank app. And inside the bank app, you can lock and unlock your card. So like if you're not using it, you can lock the card. If you're using it, you can unlock it. The other cool feature about the bank app as well is, people that send money to family across the world, if they have one of our accounts as well, within that bank app, you can send funds from account to account for free instantly, right? So say, you're in one part of the world and you want to send your brother, your sister, your mom, or your dad some money. If they had one of our accounts as well, you can do that for free. The one thing we like about the referral program as well is, you're paid out in US dollars. You're not paid out in crypto. You're paid out in US dollars. And those funds can basically help you pay for your account, right? So that's another cool feature that we offer as well. When everybody signs up, they do get an affiliate link that you can use and send that out to your friends. So the KYC, again, very private, goes to the bank. That's the bank form. They do all the KYC stuff. And we are basically the distributors of the cards.
Okay, let's see. I think I have another question. Since it's a bank account, can paychecks be directly deposited onto the card?
So because of the country that we're in, we do actually have to abide by some of the laws that are over there. You cannot send your paycheck to the account because there's no routing number on the account. Because it is an international account, what you're getting is a SWIFT code. So you would have to do a SWIFT transfer to the bank.
Okay, fair enough. And guys, I just want to clarify real quick. So you cannot directly load your SquidGrow onto this card and spend it. This is an off-ramp, on-ramp solution. So any profits that you have either from SquidGrow or other cryptocurrencies, you would then take that profits and load it onto the card.
Yeah, and we
So
accept.
just to clarify.
Yeah, and we accept USDT. USDT on BEP20, ERC20, Tron. Those are the USDs. We accept USDC, ERC20. We accept BUSD, BEP20. And we're adding right now USDC on Polygon, and we also accept Bitcoin as well. So we have all the chains pretty much covered. We're adding them as we go, as people start to request them. But for the most part, what we've, in the realm that we've been in, we've had everything covered. And we are broadening. We had somebody come in and request the other day that they have a community, they want Polygon. So we're adding the Polygon chain as well now.
Hey, DS, another question. Somebody's asking, does it have to be a government ID with a picture, or can it be a card that shows a picture of your name?
No, it will need to have a picture because they are going to make sure that it's you, right? They don't want to. They don't want you to. Yeah, it does. It does have to be either driver's license or passport, or ID or passport. And at first, to
Okay,
be
so it
honest,
can't be so it can't be like a school ID or something of that nature.
no. Because at first,
Okay.
when we started this thing, at first they were only going to accept passports. And we were like, well, if we're going worldwide with it, we cannot only accept passports, because one of the major countries that a lot of people do not have passports is the United States. A lot of people in the United States don't have passports. I know a lot of the other countries throughout the world, people, have passports and things like that. But the United States in particular, a lot of people do not have passports. So we basically had to discuss with them to be able to. The only reason they started accepting IDs and driver's license is because of our request.
Fair enough.
Also as well, Shib, what you got to remember is when you do your KYC, when you actually activate your card, you will have to send another selfie with the same ID, holding the same ID that you used to purchase the account, to verify that, so the bank can verify that you actually have received the card and the person that applied for the account has received that card. That's basically what the KYC is for.
Yeah, you can't somebody else can't activate your card, because that's what they're going to verify when you get the card, that you're going to send a picture of yourself holding the ID as well as the card. And that's how you activate it. So no, like if your card went to somebody else or somebody stole your mail or something like that, they can't get that. They can't activate that card.
Yeah, that makes a lot of
Okay.
sense just to keep people from using fake IDs. I could see that happening if like a stolen ID and someone submitted it to you guys. If that verification process wasn't there, then people would definitely be abusing that.
Yeah, absolutely, Dane. And with the no limitations on these cards, we have to have tight security around them, right? Because of that fact, and we want to make sure that we're doing everything possible to protect the user. And that's our number one goal. So that is why some of these things are implemented, is for your safety, and that's it. Nothing else, because we don't want nobody else to be able to even if you go in, like, because when you get your card, the PIN number comes with the card, right? And say we've had some people that have thrown that away. And the only way to get another PIN number is they're going to make you verify that it's you again asking for another PIN. Even as far as going and changing two-factor authentication within the dashboard or any of those types of things, they're going to make sure that you verify that it's you, because again, we got some, pretty large accounts that bank with us, and we have to make sure that we are protecting those individuals at all times. Just because this space is very nefarious, as we all know. I'm sure the
Mhm.
SquidGrow community knows. You ask a question in the channel, and somebody else is DMing you, acting like an admin, and those types of things. And believe it or not, we do attend to a lot of people at the same time that we're helping people within the space that are already here. We're also attending to people that are newcomers into the crypto space, because there's a lot of projects out there that might have Web 2 investors that are invested into them, and they might invest with crypto and get paid out in crypto, but they're not necessarily savvy to the crypto space. They're not necessarily savvy, to Telegram and Discord and those types of things. They're more your conventional investor. And so, we are also, introducing individuals into the space as well, because they come through platforms that we're associated with, or some of our members are associated with. They get our cards, and we try to help and guide them. And some of those individuals don't understand how Telegram works and those types of things. And we've had a few people that have actually, how you guys, you probably understand, like, if you ask a question in certain chats, the scammers are there hitting your DM trying to help you, and get your information. And we've had people that have actually gave information not knowing any better. And luckily we have the protocols in place that nothing was able to happen to their accounts, right? So because of our experience within the space, like I don't know if I said before, but I've been around and in the space for quite some time. Jedi's been in the space for quite some time, and so we kind of know how it works, and just trying to educate individuals as well. So we actually feel that our platform is actually introducing individuals into the space as well from the Web 2 side, and that's what we want to do. We want to be able to bring them into a safe place. We want to bring them in and educate them a little bit, on the what to do's and what not to do's, in the crypto space as well, because as we know, it's like the wild, wild west around here sometimes.
Sorry, guys. I'm just responding to the community. So, let's kind of pivot into what the community can expect in the future with Ultimo.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've talked extensively, about what we want to be doing, and a couple of the things that we are going to be doing for SquidGrow, is we are going to be creating a custom dashboard. That is going to take a little bit of time, but we are going to do that. We're also going to do the branded cards. I don't know if you've seen it. I don't know if they're going to be designed. Some of you seen the ones that Shib posted in the channel, and Dub posted in the channel earlier. But I'll be honest with you; those cards right there look sick, and if we can create something like that as far as a branded card for SquidGrow, then I think that'll be awesome. But we're going to be doing that. When it comes to branding of cards, that's something else that individuals need to know. Is it takes time to get the proper approvals for branding. You go into these other projects out there, and they create a card, they brand it, they have a machine, they brand them right away, and they send them out. Actually, what they're doing is defacing the cards. So we made sure that what we're doing at Ultimo is we went through, even with our branded cards, it took us a little bit of time to get that branding approved, to be able to send out. That way individuals don't have any issues. Like if you ever had to present that card to the bank, and we took the card and branded it ourselves, well, you're ultimately defacing the card, and they're not going to accept it. So we are going to be looking at branding some SquidGrow cards. And with that, we are going to make sure that we go through the proper approvals to be able to get that branding approved and sent out, so everybody that has a card is protected.
Epic. And also, talking and with Ultimo, over the months, we do have plans to possibly build some utilities together in the future. So that is another avenue of this, a joint venture that would be mutually beneficial to the Ultimo community and also SquidGrow community.
Absolutely, absolutely, and that's going to be fun. I think putting something together and collaborating, good teams coming together, good projects, good communities coming together and collaborating and seeing what we can build and create. The markets are rough right now, and the builders are building, and the ones that are building and the ones that are pushing through and that are holding solid, and the teams that are solid, they're going to be here, and it's going to be epic in the bull runs when they come back. So this is the time. Everybody in the space right now, we see it slow. Me and Shib were talking probably a week or two back, and talking about how slow it is in the space right now, and it's everywhere, right? So out there to the community that's listening, never fear, never, don't worry about it, because the teams are building, and it's when the timing is right to be able to launch things, especially in this market. Right? Because we've seen, and I've been watching, and I pay a lot of attention in the space, and we see things come and go on a daily basis. And it's all about timing. It's all about doing it right. And it's all about building with the right teams.
Agree with that 100%. So Dane, you've been quiet over there. So let's get some weigh in from you. Oh, real quick question. Is there an Ultimo app?
There is
Or is
not.
it only website based?
There is not an Ultimo app. Our site is web based, but it fits the phone. You can add it to one of your favorites or whatever, and just open it right up. It fits the phone perfect. I actually use mine on my phone. I'm on my phone more than I'm on my computer, for the simple fact that in real life I also run a construction company. So I don't just work crypto. I mean, I work crypto all day and all night, and I also run a construction company during the day. So I'm on my phone 24/7, so bad that my phone hates me, I think, sometimes, because it like freezes up and all that stuff and gets overloaded. But so I use mine on my phone. It looks great on the phone, but it is web based. Now the bank app that you'll get access to once you get a card and activate it, that is an actual app in the App Store.
Nice. Okay, Dane, let's hear from you, my friend.
Yeah, so Dub knows well that I was excited about this several months ago, and I've just been enjoying listening to DS and Jez because they've done such a great job explaining it. But for me, what crypto is all about is just to be able to live off of it. It's always been a goal of mine, is to be able to just live off my crypto, and as DS explained earlier, to be able to show to your friends, family, like, hey, this is not magic internet money. Like, this is something I'm spending on a regular basis. And in fact, I've done this for a while outside of Ultimos. I used to go through like gift card providers and try to find ways to do this, and it was just such a headache. So I stopped. I stopped doing that. Stopped living off crypto, and just accepted the fact that I would just be sending money to something like Coinbase and sending it to Chase Bank and just doing that. But as soon as I found Ultimo, I was blown away. I was like, oh my gosh, man, this is amazing. How did I not know about this sooner? And the fact and the notion of partnering at the time was just a kind of like an afterthought. But over the course of several months and a lot of deep conversations, Satoshi Dub and DS and Jez got it done. And I think it's going to be massively beneficial to both parties to grow together. Ultimo, in my opinion, is an incredible service that has been flying under the radar. And I think the SquidGrow Army is going to do a lot to bring a ton of recognition to them. And I think they deserve that. And at the same time, the added utility of being able to partner and brand with Ultimo together and some potentially some other utilities building together, I think is going to be enormous and amazing. And when it comes to debit card options in the space, I've not seen one better. So the SquidGrow community can rest assured that we've found the best of the best here. And that's a really cool thing, because you do see these types of things here and there. But as Dia said, they kind of fall through the cracks and fall apart. But Ultimo is different. Ultimo is a heavy hitter that just people maybe haven't really realized is yet. But as we know, when this bull run comes, these types of things are going to heat up. And the SquidGrow and Ultimo partnership, I think, is going to be massive for both parties to grow and experience that together.
Yeah, Dane, I want to piggyback on that, because that's something actually me and Shib were talking about. It's the platform, but it's also the teams behind the platform, right? And when I say platform, I mean platforms. SquidGrow, Ultimo, whatever platform it might be out there. And it's the mindset of those teams. Somebody else could have the same product as us, but they don't have the same team. They're not looking out for the community that how we are, right? They're not there to help everybody out like we are. They're not going to do everything that they possibly can to protect you like we are. And I think that's what, one of the great aspects of both of these teams together is that, we're willing to do whatever it takes to help individuals, no matter what the issue is. Like I said, we're up all the time, from morning to day or to night, working this platform plus our regular lives, and it's all for everybody else. I'm the type of individual, and sometimes it's my downfall for my own pocket, but I rather see you win before I win. And I think that mindset goes a long way, where you're here to help the space grow. You're not looking out for yourself. You're here to I want to see the individuals that, where $10 is like $100 to them. I want to see those people win. I want to see the individuals, that are struggling in life, be able to win and be able to live a better life, right? So it's the mindset behind the teams as well. It was funny because when I came into the VC one time over in SquidGrow, because like I said, I'm an investor, and I've been an investor before this partnership was even talked about. And I came into the VC, and Dane was wanting me to talk about Ultimo, and I was like, I'll just wait, because at that time we were already in discussions, and I was like, I'll just hold off. I'll just hold off.
I just want to say as well, the way I describe Ultimo is like the holy grail for everybody who's in crypto. That's how I see it. I've been around crypto for a long time and
That's
been
cool.
looking for
I
the
think
exact.
it's important to say there as well. DS, you said that someone out there might have the same product, but it's important. It's more about the team behind it. But as far as I'm aware, excuse me, and I've done a lot of research as well, I haven't been able to find someone else out there that actually does offer the same product, because yeah, there are a lot of card providers out there, but what Ultimo is offering is not just a crypto card. It's not just a card where you spend your crypto. It's a completely different thing, where you actually get a bank account in an offshore country, which is, and I did a lot of research on this myself before I actually dove in myself, because I mean, we should all do that always before you sign up for anything. And I researched it extensively, and then I dove in head first, because it was unlike anything I've ever seen before. And Shib can tell you, like, I came to Shib and to Dane, and like, I was just like so like ecstatic about this thing, because I'd been looking for something like this for so long, and I finally found this thing that I could actually use my crypto and use it in a way where it was easy, it was quick. You just get a card, you go to the ATM, and you've got cash, and that's it. So yeah, DS did just say there might be other people out there that have the same product. As far as I'm aware, and I've done some pretty extensive research, I haven't seen anyone else with the same product as this. Maybe you can correct me on that, DS.
I mean, there's other banks and stuff out there. I mean, there are people are trying, but again, it's not the same product, right? It's different, and plus some of the other things that we have coming down the pipe as well that are completely different. There are, there's products out there. They're not part of the CRS. They are part of the CRS and all those types of things, right? So, But this is a little bit different than all of those things out there.
Yeah.
You know, when we first started
Yeah.
this thing, you can imagine the questions and the research and everything that was done, even by our closest friends. Like, you know, that a lot of people just couldn't believe it. You know, and so I can tell you right now, if you're asking a question, the question's been asked. I can guarantee you that. Because it's just been something that we've had to go through, you know, being the type of service that we are. Um, and people just have a hard time, you know, believing what we're doing. You know, people ask us, hey, if I go to the bank, can I go in and withdraw money? And yeah, go ahead, you know, feel free, go right over there and check it out. Take $1 million in a suitcase and deposit it into your account if you want to. You know, I mean, it's all real. So
Yeah, it really is the holy grail of crypto. That's how I see it. I think it's just a great service for everybody, and that's what pleases us the most, is that everybody can use this
Yeah. It's
and
a
feel
really,
safe in it.
really legit
and in the
service. I mean,
relationship,
sorry, go on, DS.
you know, the relationship that we have also, it's, you know, our there's a couple founders, and one of our founders goes, it's me, Jez, Aiden, and Chris, and one of our founders go to the bank, you know, twice a week or twice a month, and then we as a team have meetings there once a month, right? So we're always looking at ways to improve the service and keeping that strong relationship with our partner, the banking partner, you know. So we're constantly in communication with those guys. We're constantly there in person. Not necessarily me. I'm virtual a lot because I'm on the other side of the pond, but you know, the other half of our team, they're there all the time.
I think.
Let's not trip and stumble over each
Yeah,
other.
I was about to.
Troy, what's your weigh in on this, my friend?
I think honestly, this is such a base level entry for anybody in crypto because there's only something like what.
Hey, Troy, your mic is rugging for me. I'm not sure if it's anybody else.
Yeah,
Chip, is
same
it?
for me. Yeah, same for me. All
Just
right,
real quickly, too,
he's gonna be coming back up.
okay, cool. Yeah, Dub's going to come back up as well, too. I think he couldn't hear you, Jez, which is why he started talking when you were. So apologies. This, you know how Spaces is. But, man, like, the fact that you can live off crypto really is the holy grail. You can't describe it a better way than that. That is, to me, the apex. I know. In fact, I've already shown some of my stock friends from the stock market. They're like, dude, what do you do? What do you do with all your crypto? Like, how do you spend that? And I'm like, oh, check this out right here. Take a little dashboard, go through it, upload money, done. Goes right to the bank, spend it where you want, take cash out where you want. It's that simple. And I'm surprised none of them have jumped on board, because to me, if I was a stock guy and I saw this, I'd be freaking out, you know. And the fact that you can flex that already, just imagine the flex when you can flex a SquidGrow card or the dashboard to show off what you're doing to people who don't understand crypto. I mean, it's a pretty incredible selling point in and of itself with the Ultimo card the way it already is. But adding that SquidGrow brand to it, man.
I tell you a little story. The first time I actually used my card, I walked into the shop, paid for the item, and it was about, I don't know, 500 quid, probably $600. And the guy said to me, you won't be able to pay for that on your card. And I was just like, stood there and I looked at him and I said, watch this. And my heart was going. I was going, please work, please work. And I just went, bang, chip and pin. It went straight through. The guy couldn't believe it. His jaw hit the floor. And the people in the shop were like, wow. I was high-fiving them. I was that happy that had proved it to myself. The next day I went into an electrical store, spent about $2,500 on a Bose speaker system and a new TV. The same thing happened. The guy said to me, you can't pay for this on your card that much. I said, you want to bet? And again, I was going, please work, bang, straight on. And again, he was like, what's that card? I said, this is my card. Well, our card. This is a card for everybody in crypto, and you're going to see more and more of these eventually. It's just an amazing feeling being able to spend your crypto at will anywhere, basically, that accepts Visa. It's just nuts.
Yeah, and my story to when I first used my card was I was actually on the phone with Jedi because we got our cards first, and I actually went through a McDonald's drive-through, and um, I was telling Jez, you know, I'm either going to get me a sausage McMuffin right now, or I'm going to apply for a job. And I'll tell you what, that was the best
Yeah,
sausage McMuffin I ever ate that day.
yeah,
That's funny.
that was funny at the time as well, because he was like me. Please work when you use a card. But like I say, you got no worries. It just, man, it's mustard.
Yeah, and there are some things, you know, like I said, these cards are international, and we are not. You know, we're always growing, right? We're always finding new things. You know, for example, right now we're adding, because it goes back to the security factor. Um, we're adding a little bit more security around pre-authorized transactions. And what a pre-authorized transaction is when you go to a hotel or you go to a gas station. You know, you go to a hotel, you check in for the weekend, and you basically give them your card, and when you check out, you've basically authorized them to charge any amount that basically the hotel wants on the card when you leave, because you know you might damage the room, you might have used the mini bar, you might have watched movies, you might have did whatever it is, room service, all of those types of things. So they don't know what the actual charge is going to be at the end, and with these cards having um, you know, little limitations on them, you know, that opens it up for vulnerabilities, right? So we're actually tightening that security right now around pre-authorized transactions, because you know, to be quite frank, we had an incident where somebody tried to breach the security using a pre-authorized transaction, and it was one was enough for us, right? And they didn't get no funds, but you know, it was a very large amount that they tried to do 3 different transactions from a hotel in another country. And you know, again, luckily that it didn't go through because of the security that's in place, but it was an attempt, right? And with the little limitations on the cards, we just have to tighten up a little bit about that. And same thing with a gas station. When you go to a gas station, you know, the pump doesn't know how much gas you're going to put in your vehicle. So you open yourself up again for a pre-authorized transaction, to where if there's a skimmer, if there's something in that system, or the gas, you know, even the gas station itself is nefarious, you know, that they have the opportunity to charge that card for whatever they want. So currently, right now, we're adding a little bit more security. We have pre-authorized transactions turned off on the cards, because we're at the same time leaving them with no limits. We are leaving them with you know, very little limits on them, but also tightening security around the pre-auth transactions at the same time. And it's all for protection of the user, right? Sometimes people will go, they'll go to an ATM, they'll punch in the wrong PIN number, and then the card locks. Or they'll be online. A lot of people, the first thing they do, they get their card, and they load it with money, and they go online and they try to make a large transaction, right? Well, we all know that online online transactions are very vulnerable to fraud, right? So sometimes the card might lock on them or not let the transaction go through. And all that is for them to come check in with us and say, hey, that's me using the card. Can you please let this transaction go through? And it's the bank just basically saying, hey, we want you to check in to make sure you're the one using the card, just because we don't want nobody's funds to get taken, and we just want to, you know, put a little checks and balances in place. But you know, I much rather have somebody get pissed off at me because they had to come check in and say, yeah, that's me, the one using the, you know, making that large online transaction, um, than them getting their funds taken. So for us, it's kind of a double-edged sword. Sometimes people get pissed when their card, you know, won't let them make the purchase. And once they come check,
Shit, my personal bank does that shit to me.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Already.
You know, and what it is, Shiv, is we don't see those things, right? We don't see those things, you know, on a scale, because you're not in in a channel with people in Telegram for if you're banking at Bank of America or a credit union or Wells Fargo or those types of things, and we don't see all the, just like you said, they're happening on a daily basis to people. My phone keeps ringing. Sorry about that.
Okay, cool. So I think with that, let's go ahead and allow some people to come up and ask questions or weigh in on their thoughts on this. Let's go ahead and start taking some questions, guys. So if you have anything you'd like to add to this, please go ahead and request to speak, and we'll bring you up.
Yo, Shib, how's my mic now? Should be a little better.
Yeah, I can hear you good now.
Yeah, you're good.
Awesome. Yeah. So what I was going to say is that, like, this particular service is something that's untapped and not very secure and reliable in most areas, but Ultimo is proven to be very, very secure and around for the long haul. And I think there's only 4.2% of the world currently using crypto for any means necessary. And this is, a small percentage of the world. So it's something like 420 million people. And if we can just tap into 10 or 15 or 20% of the world's population to be using some form of crypto payment on a card, i.e. Ultimo, then you can see this whole concept and ideal spinning out of control. And anyone that's partnerships with Ultimo / SquidGrow or anything like that is going to get a huge benefit with regards to, the fees and just having the freedom to be able to spend your money as you want without having any eyes on your money, i.e. the government. Probably shouldn't say that on a spaces, but the government does sort of take note, and they do take a good chunk of it in most countries due to capital gains. So why not try and avoid that where it's legally possible or illegally possible in this case?
Yeah, absolutely. One thing I do got to add is, is because the service is very private, right? With privacy comes responsibility. Even though that we as Ultimo do not report and
All
our banking
right. Do we have any questions out there from the community? I'm sure there's lots of people that are kind of,
Dub,
wondering about.
I'm not sure if you're hearing, but you just I don't know if you can hear everybody or not. DS was just
Oh,
speaking.
no, I can't. I keep getting rugged then. I'll jump back off again and jump back on.
Yeah, no, what I was saying, no worries, Dub. What I was saying was, with responsibility comes, or with privacy comes responsibility, and even though this service is very private, we encourage everybody to use the service in a lawful and responsible manner, depending on where you live in the world, right? Even though we don't report, it is up to each individual to do what is best for them in the country they live in.
Cool. Okay. With that said, let's go ahead and bring some community members up to ask questions or weigh in on this.
Hey guys, hey Shib, hey DS, Jazz, Dane, Dub.
Yo,
Yo,
Sam,
Sam,
What's up, brother?
I was just listening patiently because you all guys were just smashing it. But I just wanted to weigh in on this partnership announcement. Speaking from an individual investor's perspective, someone who is not, too familiar with everything, deep into the world of crypto, but just as an everyday investor and wants to, invest in crypto, make some money, use the funds to, live a good life. As of now, centralized exchanges for the longest time and still continue to, be the only options to off-ramp your money. And I've experienced this, and I am sure if you or any of you have, used Coinbase or any big exchange like Binance, end of the year, you get an email from them saying, okay, these were your transactions for the year. We are sending this to HMRC or IRS or whoever the authority is in your country. So, well, you KYC there anyway. If you want to on-ramp and off-ramp over a certain limit, you KYC there anyway. That is exactly what you are doing at Ultimo as well, but with a lot of benefits or advantages, I would say, over the centralized exchanges. And also what Dane said earlier, in the past, over the last year, we've seen a lot of centralized exchanges go down without notice. People had their money stuck, and there was nobody to, go to. There was absolutely no help. Your money was just gone and disappeared. So I think this is another step towards decentralization, and for crypto investors to use their funds as they wish. And I don't see the KYC as an issue at all. When there are legal agreements between countries, they mean something. So when Laos doesn't have data sharing agreement, I don't know the actual technical term, but that it means something. They are not going to share your data. But also what DS said, you got to be responsible. So with privacy comes power. So, well, I'm definitely getting this card. I see nothing but advantages and benefits to getting this card. So as soon as I can get my process done, I'm going to get one, as and get on with it.
Thank you, Sam. Much appreciated.
Yeah,
Thank you for coming up here.
yeah, appreciate that, Sam. And even I do want to point this out too. Even though individuals might be getting, we don't have the branded SquidGrow cards yet. When those do come available, you will have the opportunity to be able to switch over. There will be a shipping fee as well as card fee, but you'll be able to switch over, and it'll be minimal. Ours, when our branded cards came, it's $60.
I'm gonna let you handle the question, Shib. My Spaces is clearly not working today.
Yeah, yeah, DS is just talking again. So
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, DS.
No worries, Dub. No worries. I know you can't hear me, but no worries. But yeah, so you do have the opportunity once those branded cards come out to be able to switch them over, and that's no worries.
Real quickly, to follow up on that, yeah, someone in the chat just wanted me to confirm on Voices. Can you add a nickname to the card once you're approved?
So there is actually a spot on the card where it asks for the name that you want on the card, and you can put whatever your name you want. We've had people that have put blockchain master, whatever it might be, right? The only thing with that is be mindful that if you're at a store or a merchant, they ask for identification, because you're making a large purchase or something like that. Obviously, like blockchain master is not going to match your ID, right? So the only other way to prove at that time that card is yours is through the app, possibly. But just be mindful. But yes, you could put, you can do that straight away from the bank. They'll put, whatever you want on that card display name.
That's awesome. Yeah, I see one requesting. Who's this? Let's see.
Looks like Arn.
Oh, yeah, Arn. Yeah, let's get Arn. Oh, I might have rugged him. Yeah, don't be shy. Anyone out there, if you're confused, if you have any questions, feel free to fire away. It's a good time right now where you got the Ultimo experts here, so don't be shy.
Okay, we have two more requests in. Okay, there we go.
Hey. Yeah, baby. Yeah. I do want to say hello to everybody and congratulations on this fantastic partnership.
Thank you, Arn.
Thank you, Arn.
Thank you very much, brother.
It's a wonderful partnership. I mean, we love DS. DS and I go way back. I think 1969. We've known each other since. But Ultimo is just fantastic. It's a great. I think this is huge, and I'm just very excited about it. Didn't see it coming. Very, very pleasantly surprised. I just think it's great. It's a great idea for everybody. All the best to you, Dane, Sheeb, RW, and DS. Congrats on this. I think it's going to be great for everybody.
Yeah, thank you,
You're
Arn.
welcome. And I
Appreciate
hope
that.
everybody's feeling good and had a great week.
Cheers, on.
Okay,
right.
so we brought up only snacks. So only snacks. Floor is yours, my friend.
Awesome. Thanks, Shib. This is a really, really cool
How's it going?
partnership. Yeah, man, doing pretty good. Very excited. Very excited. I know you guys have a lot lined up. Love talking to you guys. Love listening. Just very, very excited about this partnership here. This is the first time I've heard of something like this. And I've been in crypto since 2021-ish, right around there. So it's really, really cool to kind of, experience an off-ramp like this, especially with the project that I am heavily invested in. So I think I'm in the right place. So thank you guys for that. Thank you for, providing some education for all of us on that. My question is for the SquidGrow dashboard. That kind of got me intrigued, excited. Things popped in my head. So I was wondering if you guys could go uh, into detail at all by however much you can, as far as what will that entail with Ultimo and the SquidGrow dashboard.
DS, would you be happy to take that question, my friend?
Yeah, it'll be, we're going to go through, look at the branding that, Shib wants to put on there, and it'll be basically like an Ultimo dashboard with everything SquidGrow logo, right? So at that point, Shib can incorporate it into his website already, to where you could just go straight from the website. And I'm sure he's going to do that right now with the links for the Ultimo dashboard, where you'll just go into the website or whatever it might be, click on the link, and it'll take you to the SquidGrow dashboard, or the Ultimo dashboard right now, and then the SquidGrow dashboard when it comes. But again, like I said earlier, I want to make this thing. I think this is going to be fun. I was actually really excited. If you look at some of the banners that were posted with the videos, those things have a little bit of music to them. And as funny as it sounds, is I drove around all day today at work with those banners, just kind of like open on my phone, and it was playing through my Bluetooth, and it's only a short clip of music, but I was literally pumped up just listening to that all day. It was kind of funny. I mean, if people heard me, they were probably thinking I was a weirdo, but I think it's going to be fun. So it's going to be very creative, and it's going to be a nice attribute to the SquidGrow community. It'll have the same features as our dashboard has, and it'll be really cool. I think it's a dashboard where you're going to send your money to, and from there it'll go to the bank.
Perfect. Thank you so much for answering, man. And thank you to the team. You guys are killing it. I know we have a lot more lined up. Keep releasing those carrots little by little. And I'm here for this ride, man.
I appreciate that. Only snacks. Thanks for coming up. Thank you for being a supporter, and I'm happy to hear your feedback from somebody that's been in the space since 2021.
I have a question for DS.
Absolutely.
So is there a possibility of having add-on cards, or just a user having two cards at once activated both? Because maybe if I want to give one to my family member to use the funds at the same time.
So currently, no, we cannot do that. It's one card per account. We have been in discussions about that, but currently the answer is no.
Got it. Thank you.
Yep, no worries.
DS, I got a bit of a random question for yourself. It might be a pretty stupid thing to ask, but have you guys got any sort of future plans to have wallet integration into your app? So that way you wouldn't have to directly send things to the bank. You could just integrate your wallet and then, sort of have a Web 5 sort of thing happening where you could withdraw directly from your wallet.
Yeah, we are looking at that. Again, we have to stay on the same pace as the bank with their systems. Obviously, over here in the DeFi space, we can create things a lot quicker than them, because of they got their system. When they change things and when they do updates and stuff like that, we have to stay up with them, right? And we are looking at that. We are looking to where you can just connect through your MetaMask and all of those types of things. Currently, right now, when you do send to our platform, it is a wallet. And within that wallet, you can actually change the wallet address. So every time you send to the wallet, you could send to a different wallet each time, right? Within the platform. But it's not a wallet that you get a seed phrase from or for. So it's kind of a decentralized or a centralized wallet. But yes, to answer your question, we are working towards that for sure. And that's what I mean by we're constantly, looking at things and integrating and talking about the things that we want to do, and speed factors and stuff like that. But yes, that will come. We're also looking at the fact because right now the bank loads, like I said, it's going into a bank account. It's just not sitting on chain. So those funds, they have to be loaded into the bank accounts when the bank opens. And we're also looking at that to where that will be integrated to be instant here down the road. But it's all about their pace and us, just kind of staying right on their tail with them as they develop.
No, that's perfect, man. I was just playing a little bit of devil's advocate because I myself, I'm very curious about Web 5 in general. And I think Web 5 is going to be the next step where it's an identity linked to a wallet, so to speak. And I think that that's sort of going to be where we're geared to, especially with like the CDCs coming and all this stuff like that. I think that if you guys are ahead of the curve on that one and you can actually implement things before some of the major banks do nationally and internationally, I think Ultimo is going to be like such a titan to be messed with in the future. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. And to be honest with you, this last year has been, man, it doesn't even seem like it's been a year already. Like the 10th of September will be a year for us since the platform has actually been up and running. We launched September 10th, and it was running from the day we launched. We didn't do a pre-sale. We didn't do a seed round. We didn't do none of those things. The day we brought people into our channel was the day that they were able to sign up for cards and start, ordering their stuff and using them. But it's just been kind of the going through the growing pains as you're getting bigger and bigger, working on things, looking at what's working, what's not working, and just trying to integrate. So, and that's why we kind of did the organic growth styles type of thing, right? Because it also gave us opportunities. It was basically live beta testing, if you want to put it in those words, where we had it all built, but we wanted the users to be able to use it. We've just been kind of, doing things as we go and as we grow.
Yeah, no, 100%. I was going to say, because I remember when you guys first sort of came about, there was like, again, devil's advocate, a little bit of controversy surrounding, but then you guys fixed it all up and was very transparent about everything. And then you just had like the seed sale for NFTs and stuff. I'm pretty sure if I'm correct.
Yeah. So at first, when we started, we just only sold, we had 500 NFTs. And that's all we were selling from September 10th until around January or February. We didn't even open up for regular accounts. All we were selling was NFT accounts. And that's where the DAO members are at. There will never be a 501 NFT. Will we bring something later on down the road? Yes, because we want to be, we got other stuff that's going to be launched when the time is right. But we plan on being a full circle ecosystem to where, you can earn within our system as well as be able to use your funds in your day-to-day life. Right. So, that's kind of the goal with us, but it's all about timing. I mean, right now we look at the markets, they're in shambles, right? Nothing that launches lasts. You could launch the best thing in the world and there's just not the money flowing in the space right now, for that. Will it come? Yes, it will. But it's just not here right now, right? So why not just focus on? That's the other thing too, is we're kind of doing things a little bit backwards from what you're used to seeing in the space, right? We're bringing the utility prior to bringing anything else, right? And the first utility is the off ramp. Then we brought the on ramp. We got a couple other things that we'll be launching, but it's all about timing. It's all about timing the market, watching the markets, seeing what's going on. And I know Shib's in the same mentality. It's all about timing, right? With everything, you can get everything ready to go, and when the time is right, then you put it out there.
No, 100% agree. I think that especially in market conditions such as these, where it's very unstable and it's pretty much like the dead middle of the bear market, building is very, very important, and making sure that you're constantly moving forward. because this isn't like a quick money grab. This is a marathon. Like, this is something that's going to be around for years to come, and you're solidifying a pillar within this style of community as well as industry.
That's it. You said it right there, man. This project that we got is for life, and I know Shib's project is for life. That's one of the other reasons is that we like SquidGrow so much, is because we know it's not going to go nowhere. We know that the devs and the team behind SquidGrow are not going to leave. When the times get tough, they're not going anywhere. And that's the same with Ultimo. Is the service that we provide? I mean, we're here until we can't be here no more, right? That's just the way it is. And I was telling my girlfriend the other day, like this is it, like this she obviously, our significant others sometimes get mad at us because we spend so much time online. But I'm like, this is what you got to do. This is how you do it, and this product and this platform is going to be in our lives for the rest of our lives, or until we can't do it no more.
Yeah, that's the thing, DS. It's and as Shib probably knows, and AirDub knows, and people on the SquidGrow team, when you get involved in a project, it's got your name on it, and you want to be proud of it, and you want to stand by it, and you want to see it flourish. I don't want to see Ultimo fail. I don't want to be involved in anything that's nefarious. The same as you guys. We want all good, and that's what we're striving for, and that's what we work for, because we work damn hard, as probably the SquidGrow team do as well, and all reputable teams in this space. You'll be amazed at how much time and effort goes into actually being on a team, and we only want the best for everyone.
Well said, guys. I love that. It's perfectly synonymous with the culture at SquidGrow. It really is, and that's why this partnership is so good. I think because it's the same for our party. We've been extremely selective over anyone. We've had so many partnerships at our table over the past year. Shibtoshi and Dub can attest to that. It's been insane, but this is the first one. This is the first one. So that speaks, I think, a lot of volumes about you guys, because we are also extremely selective and share that same vision of longevity and creating something truly special. And I think together we're going to increase that and just make it come faster. And so, just to change gears real quick, we've got two people up here that requested to speak. I'll let Jimmy go first, and then Dizzle second, since he was up here first. What's up, Jimmy?
Hey, what's going on? Thanks for having me up. Love this partnership. I actually was tracking Ultimo several months ago. I actually considered an NFT back then. So amazing job for you guys to push through the bear. Question I have is, will you be offering a chance for establishing offshore accounts as well? Just hedging against the stuff that's happening here and being able to park money elsewhere as well.
I'm not sure I understand the question, because the bank account is an offshore account.
So will we be able to use it like a bank account? I guess basically it's just your funds are overseas, because I was just wondering that, with an off ramp with the card, it was like sort of just money you deposited in there and we're able to pull out of a decentralized wallet. But are we actually able to do banking transactions with this account?
Yeah, like you mean like using the card like in ATMs and spending in the day-to-day life? Yes. Can you SWIFT transfer into the bank? Yes. Currently, can you SWIFT transfer out of the bank? No. But we are waiting on that portal to come so we can do that. We also, again, this goes back to working around the laws in the country, and we have to abide by those as well. And currently, you cannot SWIFT out, but we do have that option coming.
Okay, that's the part I was missing. I actually came in right when you were talking about that. No, I appreciate it, DS.
Yep, no worries. Yeah, so you can SWIFT in, you can do all that type of stuff right now, but you can't SWIFT out. So yes, you can use the card anywhere in the world that you want, and you can pull ATMs. It doesn't matter what country, even though it is US dollars on the card. It converts to whatever country's currency you're in at the time. Or if you live in another country other than that takes US dollar, that has US dollars, it does convert straight over to their currency when you use the ATMs.
Nice. And we got Dizzle in the house. What's up, man?
Hey, what's
Hey,
up, fellas?
real quick before we move on to Dizzle, Jimmy, did you have anything else you wanted to add to that?
Oh yeah, sorry, man.
No, that answer my question. I appreciate it.
Okay, cool. Hey, appreciate you, Jim, for coming up. All right, Dizzle, fire away, my friend.
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing? Hopefully, everybody having a good night.
Yeah, man. How you
I'm
doing,
all right.
Dizzle?
I'm all right. I'm doing good. So, yeah, my
Brother.
question was, I'm not sure if you kind of answered it because I kind of was away from my phone, but as in, because I know you said we could use it in our day-to-day life to use the card. So, what if we wanted to deposit fiat onto the card? Will we be like, is it a bank that we go to? Any bank we could go to deposit fiat on the card?
Currently, no, you cannot. The only way to deposit fiat onto the card is, like I said, to do a SWIFT transfer. But we are looking at all those things where, we've had many people that came to us and said, "Hey, can I go to an ATM and put money into the ATM and deposit it onto the card?" We are researching and looking at all those aspects to be able to bring all of that stuff down the road. Currently, the only way to deposit fiat onto the card is to either sell your crypto for fiat and deposit it into the card, or do a SWIFT transfer to the bank.
Okay, good. Nice, nice. And then another thing is, as in, I just want to make sure that I was understanding. So if you have your crypto, you can put the crypto onto the account and then sell it for fiat, or how would that
Yeah,
work
so
again?
you basically send your crypto, whether it be USDT, USDC, BUSD, Bitcoin. You send that crypto to the Ultimo dashboard. Within the Ultimo dashboard, you sell that crypto for US dollars. You then put those US dollars. Then you hit load, and you put the amount you want to load onto the card, and then that amount will go into your bank account with the bank. That's the other good thing too, is the card itself. It's not a crypto card. It's a bank card. It's got US dollars. It don't have crypto on it. So it's not a crypto card. It's You're using a platform to swap that crypto for US dollars and put in a bank account.
Okay, good. So you do have to sell your crypto to deposit, right? You can't just leave your crypto on the card. You have to sell it.
Yeah,
You
you have
have
to
to.
sell the crypto,
Okay.
and that's where the
Okay. That's what I want.
that's where the 2.5% off ramp fee comes, where you're converting your crypto to fiat. There's a 2.5% charge to do so.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, that's what I wanted
Yeah,
to know. I
very,
wanted to
very,
see if you had to sell it. Like, okay, that's what I need.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
very similar to the off ramps on the exchanges where you transfer in Bitcoin, USDT, USDC. You have to convert that to USD before you do any off ramps like wire transfers and stuff. You can't off ramp your USDT directly. You have to convert it to USD.
All right, thank you, fellas. Those are all my questions. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries. Appreciate
Hey,
you, man.
appreciate you, Dizzle.
Thanks, man. All right, we've got two more that I'm gonna bring up. We've got Kevin and James. So we'll let Kevin go first as soon as he comes up. Just approving right now. All right, Mike is yours, Kevin.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yes, we
Yeah, this
can.
is totally cool. I literally, this is, I think, like a lot of people just to, be able to actually start using your crypto really is great. To follow up on Dizzle, because I had a similar question, but I guess two things. I mean, if you transferred your Bitcoin to, the Ultimo or the bank, can you leave it though in Bitcoin with the bank, or do you immediately have to convert it to fiat?
I mean, you can
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead,
Go
Diaz.
ahead.
I was
Okay.
going to say, so when I loaded my card, I did a Bitcoin transfer in, and I actually forgot about it. And I came back a week later, and then I converted it to USD, and then loaded it to the card.
And is there, I mean, typically there's a gas fee with crypto conversions. So is there a gas fee like on that side, or is that wrapped into just the fee from the bank?
That's wrapped into the 2.5%. So the only gas fee you'll pay is sending from your wallet to our wallet on your side.
Right.
Once you convert it, that's the 2 point. That's involved with the two. Involved in that 2.5% is the fee to convert to U.S. dollars, as well as the loading fee into the bank.
Great. And then for ATM use, can it be any ATM, and then will the ATM charge
Yeah.
their normal kind of fee, or?
Yep, absolutely. Like, so where I'm at, I mean, most ATMs charge between like $2.50, $3,
Right.
$3.50, right? So yeah, it's just we don't control those fees on the ATM side. There is a 0.75% transaction fee for the international aspect of the card on top of the ATM fee, but I mean that's minimal, right? You're talking cents when it comes to that, and as far as the ATM fees itself, all ATMs are owned by, most of them are owned by private companies or third parties or whatever that might be. But yeah, I mean, I use my card. Like I said, right now we have the pre-authorized transactions at gas stations turned off. So I just go into the gas station, hit the ATM, grab the cash I need to pay for my items or my gas, and pay for it that way, right? So yeah, any ATM you can use.
Great. I appreciate it. This is totally cool. Great work, y'all.
Yeah, no worries.
I'll just add on to that, and I actually can hear you now, DS. So I'm not going to speak over the top of you. I'm sorry about that.
Worries, Dub.
But yeah, finally got the spaces working. But yeah, I'll just add on to that. In the Ultimo chat as well, if you do sign up to Ultimo, if you have any questions around which are the best ATMs to use to get cash out, depending on which country you're in, there's a lot of support in the Ultimo chat as well. I know that there are a number of Australians using the service, and I have kind of snooped around in the Ultimo chat myself. Not publicly spoken in there, but I managed to find in there like a list of different Australian ATMs and what each ATM actually charges each time that you withdraw cash. So there will be some ATMs that charge $6 and other ones that only charge $2.50, and all that information is kind of available through the Ultimo Telegram and the people in there if you actually really want to find it. Otherwise, I'm sure, like as DS and Jez said earlier, they're highly accessible, just like Shib and I are as well. So any information you need, it's all out there, and someone's willing to help you get it.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's a good point, Art. Dub. We let a lot of our community members, when individuals come in and have questions for different parts of the world, we let the community members answer those questions because, like I said, I'm in the United States, and our team's spread out through the world, but we're not in some of these countries, right? So it's better to have the individuals that actually have the experience, such as community members, answer those questions, and they're very willing to. Also, that's a good thing about the community. Everybody's willing to help each other out and provide information on their experiences.
Yeah, we're very lucky that we have a lot of members who actually sometimes beat us to the answer. But yeah, we have a great community. Everyone's willing to help and share their experiences, which is great. And that's what we wanted when we started Ultimo. We wanted to build a community that is helpful and, shares the knowledge. And that's what we hope to achieve. And that's the way it's going. So that's all good.
All right. Thanks for the questions, Kevin. And we got one more up here. James King, if you want to go ahead, the mic is yours.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Can you hear me?
Yep, you're good.
All right. First of all, what's up, everyone? Shiv, Dane, DS, everybody. Dub, how y'all doing, man? I hope everything's going good. And I'm excited, man. This is actually, I'm gonna be surprised, more than what I expected. So it's actually a pleasant surprise, because I've known about Ultimo, and I've done my research on a lot of on and off ramps, and I mean they're miles ahead, man. So it's very fitting that SquidGrow would pick a gem out of all these on off ramps. So amazing job with that. Congratulations. And quick question to DS, man. To follow up on Jimmy's question earlier, he said, like to assist in a offshore bank account. But in theory, so let's say I hypothetically, let's say I get a plane ticket to Laos and go to that bank, show my passport, they would actually recognize that I have an account there, right? Like it's a real bank.
Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
100%. You could even go there and
Okay.
use the and actually, if you're there at that time, you could change the PIN number on your card.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. I just wanted to put in perspective that it's a real, like brick and mortar type of, you know what I mean? Like it's a real building there and
Yeah.
all that. So,
Oh
It's,
yeah,
it's, it's been around since 1989.
yep. Yeah.
So
I read that.
proper brick and mortar, yeah.
Well, right on, guys. Yeah. I just wanted to clear it up for Jimmy because, that's like the best way to explain it. You can actually walk in there into the actual branch and get your money or do, transact. So that's
Yep,
pretty cool,
you
man.
sure can. Yep, no problem.
Well, right on, guys. I appreciate it. Congratulations again, man. This is a huge partnership and very exciting, man. And I know we
yeah.
you know we
Thanks,
might
Shane.
not be able to do much with it now, but the vision is when the bull run comes around and you do have some significant amount of money to that you don't know how to get it off or anything like that. That's when this comes into play, and I hope people can see the far vision, man. This is awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thanks for that. You're all welcome. Thank you
yeah,
very much.
absolutely. And thanks
Thank you,
Shib,
guys.
man, because he's at the end of the day, he's the ultimate say, right? When it comes to the Squid Grow community, him and Dub, and and the team. I know he runs everything past his team, and a lot of conversations we had. It was, I'm gonna go talk to the team, and so that's thank you, Shib, and like there's a lot of different people in the space. Like we don't know what they're doing, right? You got forex traders, you got people that are doing all kinds of different things that are within this community that could really benefit. And like you said, when the bull run comes, and you guys got those billions of dollars, you got a place to send them to go buy your mansions.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely, and that's my vision too, man. Ultimo comes in handy when you have some real money to play with, and it's and I've been at you guys' communities, man. Really positive. Everybody's like eager to help, and you guys are always answering DMs. So it's very fitting that you guys have like the Squid Grow culture, man. I love it. Like it's a good fit for both projects, man.
Yeah, appreciate that, man. And if anybody does, I do want to just put this out there. If anybody does like send me a DM or send Jez a DM or anything like that, always tag us in a channel. Wherever it might be, Squid Grow or our channel or whatever it is, to check our DM, because we get so many DMs a day because it comes with the customer support territory, that they do get pushed down to the bottom, with all the channels that we're in and everything else. So, we try to get back to everybody that we possibly can, but it's also very important to tag us in a channel so we see it, because they will get lost.
Well, right on, guys. That's all I had on my end, but I appreciate your time.
Yeah, thanks,
Thanks,
Jen.
Jim.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome, buddy.
All right, last call for questions, guys. We've taken about 2 hours of DS and Jez's time, which we very much appreciate today. But if anyone has any final thoughts or questions, go ahead and come up and request now. Otherwise, we're going to shut that down and start to wrap it up here.
Don't be shy, guys. Dang.
I would
Okay.
just like to add that I think it's incredible the job that you've done, Jez and DS, on the ground with dealing with the banks, establishing those relationships and building that connection to create the company that you have. I know that there's a ton of legwork that goes into that on a daily basis. And I know that you guys have been around for a long time now. In fact, I don't think we mentioned that. How long have you guys been doing business now with Ultimo?
We'll be
1 year, nearly.
Yeah, we'll be 1 year on September 10th, man. So September 10th of last year, we launched. We started building January of 2022. And we will. So the September 10th of this year will be our 1 year anniversary, or our birthday.
Very nice. So like SquidGrow, you guys were also born in the bear market. So another massive hidden gem you guys have just seen now in Ultimo. And it's no easy feat to accomplish what they've done. Others have tried, but they're just not the same. So I'm extremely proud and excited for this. And I think as we grow together, it's going to become much bigger as people realize the gravity of this and what it will do for SquidGrow, but also for Ultimo. I think is incredible. So thanks so much, guys, for sharing and answering all those questions. And if you guys need to ask DS and Jez more stuff, we'll drop their Telegram in our chat so you can see that. And we'll also drop it here in the comments for those here on X that aren't on Telegram.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks a lot, guys. Yeah, great partnership. Really look forward to the future with what we're going to do and the services that we can provide, the investors that you have, and just a great, like DS said earlier, we're all invested in SquidGrow because we have faith in where it's going and what's coming. So, you know, we're as excited as you guys are on your side.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And I do want to just give the community, let's fucking grow.
Nice.
Let's fucking grow. Hey, let's give them an emoji spam. Let's see. For those out there in the audience, let's throw up the purple hearts for SquidGrow and Ultimo. See how many we can get on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's see those hearts. Come on, we can do better than that. There we go. All right, Shib, you want to do the honors and close it down?
Yeah, let's go ahead. Everybody, thank you for attending this space with us. Thank you to DS and Jedi for taking time out of your day to, better explain the benefits of Ultimo to the community. Obviously, you are very familiar with the inner workings of it in a way that we are not, although we do have a pretty clear understanding. So thank you for that. Thank you for everybody that has taken time out of their day to listen to this. We will be obviously available in our normal channels, Twitter, Telegram, so on and so forth. If you have any additional questions, we are relatively available to take questions. So with that said, thank you for coming out. Much appreciated. And I hope that y'all truly see the benefit of this partnership as the way that we all do on this space as far as Ultimo and the SquidGrow team.
Thanks, Shib. Thanks, DS and Jez, Dane, everyone else who came up and asked questions. Yeah, Dane, if you want to wrap it up there.
All right. Thanks again, everyone. We'll catch you next time. And come find us in our Telegram if you have any further questions.
Thanks, everybody. Soon, guys. Thank you, guys.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.